Okay, I'm tired of this shit. Batman is not crazy or even mentally ill. He have issues. Yes, his parents were killed in front of him, but he isn't crazy. Well, he didn't used to be. It's almost like people brainwashed themselves into thinking this dude is the most unstable superhero out there. Now, don't get me wrong, if a dude would dress as a bat and fight alongside a 8-year-old at night against Common Crook and the mob, I mean, yeah, that doesn't seem like the most sane things to do, especially considering he saw his parents get killed in front of him as a kid and swore to avenge them, and now he bring a kid into this kind of battle? That's weird. But it's like I said, in real life. If we take every element that make Batman quote-unquote mentally ill and look at them in the greater context of the comic book world, we can see a weird double standard that was created around the character of Batman. Alright, first thing first, Bruce Wayne saw his parents killed in front of him as a kid and swore to avenge them and grow up to become a vigilante that fight crime dressed as a bat. Okay, yeah, how is that any different from most superheroes? How is this more insane than a teenager that dressed with his wrestling suit to hunt down his uncle's killer, only to realize that he let this said killer get away, and now he realized that with great power comes great responsibility, and he used his spider costume to fight crime? Both sound as sane to me. And if your answer is, but Peter have power, the argument becomes really null when you consider that Bruce literally prepared himself body, mind and soul with his $billion in futuristic technology to fight crime, while the other is just a kid with a spider bite that gave him power. And I hear no one saying that maybe that spider wrestling guy is kinda crazy. And this is not even the only example. Same goes for the dude that spent 5 years on a dangerous island, and when he come back he dressed as Robin Hood and fight alongside a 8-year-old kid against dude with gun using bow and arrow. And yet no one say Green Arrow is crazy. Matt Murdock saw his dad die in front of him by the mob, so this blind kid get trained by a ninja to understand how to see. His powers to freaking see. Well, more than that, but it's still a dude that isn't super strong or even bulletproof. He's just a dude dressed as a devil that does backflip and can hear people with guns coming from further away. And we only hear Batman being called crazy when a shit ton of superheroes have dark backstory, dress in a weird ass costume and fight alongside kids. Like, yeah, bring an 8-year-old kid to fight crime is messed up and crazy, but how come Flash can't do it and no one call him out? Remember, if Flash make one mistake and leave Wally, the kid Flash, alone with Reverse Flash, the toddler speed would not matter. My dude, it would be like an 8 or a 10 or whatever year old kid against a 30-year-old something asshole in normal speed. If they run at the same speed, how is it any different from Robin versus Two-Face? It's not. It's as messed up. But no, Batman is crazy. Give me a break. Like I said, in real life, sure, he would probably be, but it's a comic. If Green Arrow can be this same social justice, self-righteous hero and basically be a Batman-inspired superhero and just not be insane, this is a clear double standard. And my problem lies here. People want to deconstruct Batman like, hey, if in real life he would be crazy, when most of them capes would. But Batman is the only one have the writers and the fan base taking that. We see more and more comics or movie where Batman is super unstable, which is a interesting takes once in a while, but when it become more and more recurring of a take, it annoy me. Because I'm not the fan of Crazy Man Bruce. I like superhero Bruce. I'm not talking about Adam West. I'm talking about the animated series Batman. That type of Batman. A dude that yes had problem but ultimately is a superhero. And not a crazy bat suit wearing repressed psychopath. I don't want a Batman that thinks Bruce Wayne is the mask like 80% of the fan base seems to think. Hell, even the comics seems to think that. I remember reading the critically acclaimed Batman Arkham comic, the one that inspired the aesthetic of the game, and yeah, it looked cool. But when I saw Batman stabbing himself to stay sane because the Asylum made him crazy, and like later he pushed a dude down the stair for no reason, that dude is insane. And it really made me rethink Batman as my favorite DC hero. If just being in the Asylum mess him up like that, it kinda changed the entire character for me. Bruce have problem. It's obvious, but he isn't mentally unstable in my eyes. Batman is a symbol of healing, turning pain into strength and moving past trauma. Batman is the dream of the boy to become like the superhero he look up to. That being Zorro or the Grey Ghost is unimportant. What is important is that Batman is supposed to be the same kind of symbol they were. One that can inspire a broken kid to build himself back up and become a better man in doing so. Batman wearing his bat suit isn't a sign of mental illness. It's him wearing his ass, him putting on the webs, wearing a symbol as a hero, an vengeful knight to the criminal. Batman taking on Robin isn't him putting a kid's life on the line for his crusade. It's him helping a broken boy become better than him. The concept of sidekick might be old-fashioned, but it's not to be twisted as an act of selfishness. Kid hero are as real as a web-crawling teenager. I could ramble on, but you get my point. You might be a fan of crazy bad dude, but I'm not. When I read the comic, I want to see a man that made his pain, his fear into his strength. Not a kid that never went past the age of 10 in the body of a man. But it looked like in most cases I'm too late. Well, I guess I can always pop an episode of Batman the Animated Series to remind me what a real hero looked like, and hope for the world to finally understand the meaning of his symbol. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed the video. With that said, peace out.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping